Have you ever wondered why bees die after they sting us? It's a curious question that stirs the imagination, doesn't it? Bees, these tiny buzzing creatures, hold a fascinating secret in their tiny bodies. A secret that ties their fate to a single, fatal sting. It's a story of nature's design, of survival, and sacrifice. A story that reveals the intricate and sometimes brutal dance of life. So what's the truth about these fatal stings? Well, there's a fascinating scientific explanation behind it. To understand why bees die after stinging, we must first understand a bit about their life and their role in the hive. Bees have a fascinating life cycle that starts as an egg, matures into a larva, then a pupa, and finally emerges as an adult bee. Within a hive, each bee has a specific role to play. The queen, the only fertile female, is the heart of the hive, laying thousands of eggs to ensure the colony's survival. Drones are male bees whose primary role is to mate with the queen. And then we have the worker bees, the sterile females who do just about everything else. From foraging for nectar and pollen, building and repairing the hive, to caring for the young and of course defending the hive, worker bees are the backbone of the colony. It's these hardworking ladies who are equipped with a sting, their primary weapon for defense. Now that we have a basic understanding of a bee's life, let's delve into the mystery of their deadly sting. The sting of a bee, for it, is not merely a weapon, but a sacrificial act. This statement may seem perplexing, but the biology behind it is fascinating. A bee's sting isn't a simple needle-like structure, it's a complex arrangement of barbs, venom sacs, and muscles. The stinger, known as a stinger or stylet, is actually a pair of lancets, each with tiny barbs facing backward. Now, why is this important? Well, when a bee stings a mammal, the barbs get hooked into the flesh, and the bee can't easily pull it out. Working in tandem with the stylet is the venom sac, a tiny pouch filled with a cocktail of enzymes and peptides. This venom is what causes the pain and discomfort we feel when stung. But it's not just about causing pain, the venom also serves a defensive purpose, deterring predators and protecting the hive. Now here's where the deadly part comes in. When the bee flies away after a sting, the barbed stylet stays behind, along with the venom sac and muscles. This is because the bee's stinger, venom sac and associated structures are all part of its abdomen. So when it stings and then attempts to fly away, it essentially ruptures its own abdomen, leading to its inevitable death. It's a gruesome and tragic fate, but it's also a testament to the bee's commitment to its colony. A single bee's life is sacrificed for the greater good of the hive. This is because bees, particularly honeybees, live in highly social colonies where the survival of the group takes precedence over individual survival. But why does this only happen with mammals and not other insects? The answer lies in the thickness of our skin. The barbs on a bee's stinger can't pierce the exoskeleton of another insect, allowing the bee to sting and live to see another day. But when it comes to mammals, our skin is just soft enough for the barbs to get lodged in, sealing the bee's fate. This fatal sting is not a choice, but a result of their biological design. The bee doesn't decide to die, its biology dictates it. A bee's sting is indeed a deadly act, a final act of defense for the survival of its colony. You might wonder, why would nature design such a fatal mechanism for the poor bees? Well, the answer lies in the concept of altruistic behavior, a trait often observed in the animal kingdom. Altruism, in its simplest definition, is an act that benefits others at a personal cost. Bees, particularly honeybees, display this trait in a dramatic fashion. Their sting, which is essentially a modified ovipositor or egg-laying apparatus, has evolved into a weapon. This weapon, however, is a double-edged sword. When a honeybee stings, its stinger, along with part of its digestive tract, muscles and nerves, gets torn from its body, leading to its demise. But why such a self-destructive design? To understand this, we need to delve into the social structure of a bee colony. A typical hive consists of a single reproductive queen, a few hundred drones or males, and tens of thousands of worker bees, which are sterile females. The survival and prosperity of the hive depend heavily on the queen, who is the mother of all other bees in the colony. In the face of a threat, the worker bees, who have no reproductive capability of their own, become fierce defenders of the hive. Their fatal sting serves as a powerful deterrent, sending a clear message to potential predators: attack us, and you will pay a painful price. The death of a few worker bees is a small price to pay for the security of the entire colony. Moreover, when a bee stings, it releases alarm pheromones that attract and incite other bees to attack. The sacrifice of one bee thus serves to rally the rest of the colony, creating a collective defense that is much stronger than an individual effort. So the ultimate sacrifice made by the bees is not just a tragic act of self-destruction, but a strategic move designed by nature for the greater good of the colony. Their altruistic behavior is a testament to the fact that survival in nature often hinges on cooperation and selflessness. In their tiny hearts, bees carry a huge responsibility towards their colony. So, we've learned that a bee's fatal sting is a fascinating mixture of biology and evolution. It's a dramatic climax in the life of these industrious creatures, a testament to their commitment to the collective, and a powerful demonstration of the lengths that nature will go to protect its own. We've delved into the life of a bee, a journey that takes us from the bustling activity within the hive to the foraging flights in search of nectar. We've witnessed the quiet dedication of these insects and their tireless contribution to our ecosystem. We've explored the deadly sting, a biological marvel that's as intriguing as it is tragic. It's a weapon that bees wield with the understanding that using it comes with the ultimate price: their lives. But it's a sacrifice they're willing to make for the safety and survival of their hive. We've also unpacked the reasons behind this sacrifice. How the bee's barbed stinger gets lodged in the attacker, causing the bee to leave behind not just its stinger, but also part of its abdomen, digestive tract, muscles and nerves, leading to its inevitable demise. And finally, we've underscored the importance of bees in our ecosystem. Their role as pollinators is vital for the survival of many plant species and for the diversity of life on Earth. So next time you see a bee, remember the incredible sacrifice it's willing to make for its hive, and the important role it plays in our world.